Well, I don't know about you, but I love jerky, and so does my family. And today we are going to make a Sriracha Honey Jerky with some soy sauce also. Doesn't that sound good? But make sure when you are making jerky, you do it safely. Anytime you're around meat, you have to be careful. So you should use wet heat to make sure there's no bacteria left on the meat before you dehydrate. Now, what do I mean by wet heat? I mean steam. And many people put it in their oven, and that's better than doing nothing at all, but it's better to have wet heat. So I'm going to show you how to do that in this video. And we are going to make some Sriracha Honey Jerky. Stay tuned. Some beautiful bottom round steak. Doesn't that look good? It's going to look even better when we make some jerky. Now, for safety's sake, we're going to steam our meat for 10 to 15 minutes. You want to add your meat to your steamer basket. So you want the water boiling just below your basket. Put in your basket and then put on your lid. And we're going to do this for 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, it's been 10 minutes. Now place it on a tray and let it cool a bit. Now I'm just going to cover this with some plastic wrap. Trying to get it not all stick to each other. I have a terrible time with plastic wrap. One more sheet. We're just going to put it over here. Now we're going to stick it in our freezer for about 30 minutes or so. So for this recipe, we're going to need honey and soy sauce and sriracha and olive oil, a little salt, and some chili powder. I'm doubling this recipe because of the amount of meat I have, so I have 2/3 soy sauce. And we're going to want the same amount of sriracha. Hey, well, this stuff was valuable for a while. I don't know if it's back on the shelves or not. But this should be really good. Nice and spicy marinade. So I'm going to need to have 6 tablespoons olive oil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the same amount for honey. This is going to take longer, so I'm not going to make you stay through the whole me pouring 6 tablespoons of honey, but you get the idea. Okay, I'm just going to stir this in right now. Some of that honey out of my tablespoon. Okay. If I doubled the salt recipe, it would be 4 teaspoons, but since I'm not using low sodium soy, I'm only putting in 2 teaspoons. And then we want 2 teaspoons of chili powder. Okay, that's it. Stir this well, and then we just have to wait until our meat is done in the freezer, and we'll cut our strips. Okay, now it's time to cut up our meat. Let's see if that freezing made it easier. I take off any obvious fat. So we're going to cut that right off. Okay. Now we want to cut cross grain. So, and we don't want too big of strips. See, much easier to cut it when it's a little frozen. You could even have it more frozen than this if you want. And I will be back when I have all of these cut up. Got our meat all cut up. So now we're just going to put all the pieces in there. Get all in the bowl. And then just massage your meat into that sauce. You want to cover each one. This is what's going to give it its great spicy, spicy flavor. Smoosh it down in that sauce. So we're just going to cover it with plastic wrap. And now we're just going to stick it in the refrigerator and let it marinate overnight. It actually has been in the refrigerator for about a day and a half. So it should be pretty spicy. Now we got to take off the cover and it's time to drain it. Okay, let's put it in there. Too bad we have to get rid of all that sauce. Just let it drain a bit. Okay. Give it a good 10 minutes of draining. I'm afraid you can hear the dehydrator in the background. I've got it warming up. Let this meat, give it space in between. This is going to be so good. Nice and spicy. And you just want to lay it out, but like I said, give a little space in between. And some of the sauce will still drip off, so you might want to have a parchment paper or something on the bottom of your dehydrator. Well, you get the idea here. Just need to fill up a tray. I think this will take 2 or 3 trays. I'll let you know. I want it a little wet with the sauce because that's what's going to give it spicy flavor. But you can, if you want to dehydrate faster, you can towel dry this before you put it on trays. So we have about 2 3/4 tray. And put the last one in. So we have all 3 trays in there. I have it at about 160 degrees. Use whatever setting your dehydrator says for jerky, but you want to make sure you have a good dehydrator that holds a constant temperature. Now, people always say, how long does it take to dehydrate? And that depends on the thickness of your meat, the humidity of where you're dehydrating, your dehydrator. It really, really varies. So just check it often so it gets to the jerky stage that you want. Some people want it completely brittle, some people want a little give. It is up to you. You just have to monitor your dehydrator. Again, make sure you have a dehydrator that holds temperature. You want a higher temperature, like 160 to 165 for jerky to be safe. And I can trust my Excalibur dehydrator for that, but some dehydrators, not so much. Okay, it's been about 10 hours, and I don't want it completely brittle, okay? Now sometimes you're gonna pull out your dehydrator tray and you're gonna see beading of moisture on top. It's the fat. You wanna blot that out. Or in my case, I actually leave it be because I think it makes a better tasting jerky. I'm refrigerating my jerky, not keeping it at room temperature. In this case, let's look at this one. Okay, it doesn't snap in two. And technically, you want it to snap in two if you're going to keep it 3 weeks on your kitchen shelves, you know, not refrigerated. But I'm going to refrigerate this, and I like just a little give in the meat. So, let's do our taste test. Okay, now for the moment of truth. Let's taste it. Got a bigger piece than I want. Chewy. A little sweetness. Maybe the slightest tinge of spice. You can taste the soy a bit. It's not too salty. It's good. As always, share the knowledge and stay safe. Keep on prepping. So good.